Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. It's a very windy day here today. So I'm just going to sit and play. My husband's going to be moving my camera up a little bit more towards me so I get more of a kind of angle, I'm hoping, that you can see it from my end. Otherwise, I'm just going to probably flip this in because I really love my camera up there. I probably said this in the last video. I love my camera up there. It gives me a lot more desk room and I'm really happy with it. But unfortunately, it still kind of shows at my perspective. So, or my perspective that you can't really see on your side. I don't know. We'll see. He's going to move it up a little bit more and I'll see what that does. Otherwise, I will flip it or be the same way that I've been. It depends on my mood. But yeah, that's all. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Start to your weekend, holiday weekend here. I think I'm just going to play. I need to turn my light on, I think. Let me see if this makes a difference. Don't know. A little bit. I'm going to move it a little bit more too. It's one of them days today. So I'm just going to kind of play with this. I want to go in and trace my... Now these I've got... I don't subscribe to them anymore. Art Snacks. And they also do the UK. I don't subscribe to them anymore because I always go back and forth. Should I sub again? Should I not? I'm not. The last maybe a few boxes that I had gotten, and I did unwrapping, like unboxings on YouTube. They were mostly like either the same things or a lot of pens and pencils. And I have a lot of pens and pencils. No, I love markers. I love trying new things. But it was like 4 months in a row of the same thing. And I keep going back and forth. Maybe I should try, because I haven't been with them for 6-7 months. Maybe I should try, again and sub. I don't know. So if you guys get Art Snacks, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think it's worth to rejoin. Like I said, I think it's half a dozen. What do they say? Half a dozen of one and half a dozen of one and I don't know, the same as the other. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to take a paint pen, and I wanted it to be black, but I don't see if I have black here. And you can definitely use, I don't think this has ink in it. No. Because we're working over acrylic paint, of course, it's not going to write as fantastic as you want it. But I think I might use my Stabilo. And let's see what that does, because I want to highlight it. I want it to, like, I don't know. Because you don't have to wet your Stabilo, it just writes over it. But it is nice because it's water soluble. But I don't know, I'm not digging it. I might just use acrylic paint. I think that might be what I do. I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter in the background. She's just talking to her friends loudly. Alright, maybe I'll paint this. I watched some videos this morning and been doing my room. I have so much stuff I've thrown away in my from my art room that I've kept and have no idea why. I'm going to paint this one this color. And I just watered down some purple paint. I want the black dots to come through, but I probably should have made it a little bit more. Because I'm going to make that a different color. I'm just painting and playing, not for nothing, just trying to get some stress. I'm very stressed out today. I think I'm going to do this bird like a turquoise color. This color is patina. It's one of my favorite. Folk art makes it. But you can see how well, I love it. It's almost empty, but I'm sure any blue color would work fine. I just want it to be a light color to go on that bird. Put some paint. I always paint from the cap. Yeah. Yeah. I did like it. The white. I'm not going to lie, but I think it just needs a little punch of color, and then I can outline that as well. Outlining will probably be the last thing I do. And I might even do it on a speed up because who the hell doesn't watch me do it? Fine. Sometimes I can't stand myself. Don't know how you guys do. How you guys stand me. I really do. That's it. I need some brightness in here. I don't know. I really like this blue, but it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna make it milky. Figured as much. But I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna go over the black dots again to make it like Papoom. Maybe I'll do some lilac on that. Like really do the lilac. Is it lilac or I don't know what the hell color it was. Again, I'm going to trace over again to outline. I know a lot of you, sometimes I show things and then just so you guys, because a lot of you have went ahead, you know, and finished yours. And I love seeing them. I love all that you guys did. So I just like to throw, you know, do certain things so then you guys can see. My husband, his phone, I guess. Yeah? All right. Okay. I'm very, very, I don't want to say quiet today, but a lot of, I might do this orange maybe. A lot of stuff just has me thinking lately. All kinds of stuff. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut, which is hard. Very hard. But some of it's family stuff, some of it's other stuff. You know, everything kind of hits you at once. Yeah, I think I'm going to do these orange. I should get a smaller brush, but why would I? And that molding paste underneath there, or modeling paste, whatever you want to call it, will make it pop, and then maybe I'll do some yellow inside of it. But if you do something like that, a tip I'm going to give you, and it's not really a fantastic tip of you're going to pee your pants over it, but I am very impatient. So I don't let things dry. But if I put yellow on this, it's going to mix, and it's not going to be as bright as in my head how I want it. Not that that's the biggest deal in the world, but just know, like, you want to let, you know, if you're going to do something like this, and you want the color to pop, you know, come out in the middle here and not kind of be, you know, blended in a sense, then just leave this orange dry or whatever your base color is, and then mix a little bit of yellow with a little bit of, you could use clear gesso, you can use Mod Podge, you can use white paint, whatever. And pop it on there as a little thing. And you will have Fantastique. It'll pop through. I got some orange coming through here. I'm just going to like dry brush in here a little bit. Nothing fancy. You know what I do want to do is these, but I don't think I have my marker that I'm going to use here. I don't think. Okay. Oh, I can hear my daughter. Oh, God forbid. Okay. I want a smaller brush. Smaller brush. Where's my smaller brush? Thanks, shame. Just pick a brush, Cal. Oh, I want to use that because it has that texture thing on it. I'm telling you, I'm out of it today. I hate being like this. Oh, I'll just use this little peewee. All right, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to wipe to get some of the black off. And I'm going to go in and just add some of these dots. And I just want some of them to, no, I didn't let the purple dry like I should have, but I can go over with a second coat. But I want you guys to see. And then, you know, if you're doing it and you want it to be darker, you do another coat. I like the polka dots. I might even do a color inside that. I don't know. I might do some white around it or white dots or yellow, maybe even yellow would be good. Just to coordinate. Don't ask what the heck I'm doing with that bird because I have no idea yet. I'm just doodling, playing, just get my mind off stuff. Yeah. I'm going to trace out this bird. So you don't have to worry. A lot of people got a lot of questions about like pens and markers that I use over acrylic paint. And some tend to be, I don't want to say expensive because I don't know how, I don't know what expensive is to somebody else as it is to me, if that makes sense. I'm going to give him a little eye. Hello, little birdie. Now you can see. Tweet, tweet. Okay. But you don't always have to have that kind of thing to write over top of you. The Stabilo, which is what prompted people to write me about it, about markers and whatnot, because the Stabilo it writes on like, what's it say, paper, plastic, metal, glass, it writes on all that kind of stuff, and it's water soluble. I love it. I use it. I can't wait. I'm going to get a white one. But a lot of people, I think it was like $4.99 on Amazon. I can't remember. But, you know, you don't have to do that if you just have paints and you're starting out. Just take a Q-tip even, you know what I mean? Or a small brush. I mean, this is just so teeny, and you just sit and do your thing. You know, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go out and buy all the this, that, the other. Let me show you something, for instance. This is one of probably 4 of all kinds of brown and black markers I have that don't work anymore. I'm going to try the whole glycerin trick to see if I can get it working. But, and some markers I have sitting over there because I've used them so much on the acrylic. They don't last like if you were using, you know, I have some of my Faber-Castell markers that I don't use on acrylic paint that I save for drawing and that kind of thing. But, you know, if you try to draw on here. Now, let me tell you what a good thing I love is this. And if I can find it, it's a white Signa. This is Jelly Roll, which works sometimes and doesn't for me. But the, I think it's Uniball. I gotta look. I have it somewhere. This is it. No, it's a Jelly Roll too. I don't know. I'll find it as I'm cleaning up more. But you know, those work great, and they write on the acrylic paint and everything, and they're great. You know, but at the end of the day, you don't have to. I don't think I can get this as thin as I want it. I'm gonna use a pen on that, my black pen, because one of my favorite pens to use. I have many favorite pens, but the Rollerball, the R2 Rollerball, I love to use on these, and I love my Energel liquid gel pen. It's a metal tip, 0.7. I love those because that's what I use. So I like to throw those in my giveaways too because, what the heck was that? Oh, I guess my light went out. Or it came unplugged probably. Yeah, it came unplugged. But, you know, I like using those as well. So I get those at Staples on a package of 4 or 5 of them. And I love them, and I have them everywhere. And as I'm unpacking stuff in here, I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing and stuff like that, because I really have quite a few videos coming up that I want to do for people that were requesting them, and they aren't necessarily all paint videos. And so anyway, so what was my point? I don't even know. I'm telling you what today. But anyway, you know, you can use the markers, because I like it. Like I said, I like throwing them in a giveaway. You know, one, because then you can try them, and if you like them, you like them. With me having a hard time with my hands, it makes things a lot, you know, I need that ease of a pen or, you know, to write on top. And sometimes just using this paint works just as good. Now, what I'm probably going to do, I mean, I obviously cannot outline the black dots, but what I can do, and I love, you probably can't see it from down here, but I love, and I'll bring this up to the camera, you can still see some of the black dots underneath that I didn't trace, and I kind of put different dots everywhere. And I like that because it kind of peeps through, but I might outline these with white, so I will find one of my white pens that you guys can see. But when I go to the store, I like picking them up, and I like throwing them in giveaways, because I think it's a how do you say? It's an underused thing, using the gel pens, using especially for beginners, because I think a lot of beginners, if you're like me, and maybe you're not, maybe you don't want to be associated with me, and that's okay. But sometimes when you, like, you know, you see, now this is nothing, I'm just playing and painting, but when you see people doing things, whether it be a face or different kind of journal pages or whatever it is, and you look and you're like, I want that. I want to do that pen. I want that. And you end up going out and spending $1 million on all kinds of craft stuff. And, you know, you come home and maybe you don't dig a certain craft that you do. You know, I tried to do the whole scrapbooking thing. Let me just tell you, no. I ain't digging that. I don't like it. I don't know why. I can't do it. And I've tried to make the greeting cards. And I mean, I've had people tell me, look, just use your, you know, think of it like mixed media, but use it, you know, on a scaled down version. I can't do it. I don't know why I can't do it. Something in my brain doesn't let me. So, you know, I don't know. I'm off on a tangent. Who the hell cares? I don't know what the hell I was saying. But, yeah. So, you know, I love doing these things, because a lot of people, you know, follow me and message me and show me their work. And this is a very, you know, I don't want to say simplistic, but it is, you know, in a sense simplistic. And it's kind of like you do your own thing. You got your own gig and you do it and you play. And when you're done, you know, you're left with this, like, really, like, you know, a little whimsical, this, that, the other, you know what I mean? And it's fun and it's colorful. And it's something that, when you're having a bad day or you can't fully function, and I've said this a million times, you know, you sit down and do something like this, and you do, you know, one house or the bird, just do the bird today. You know what I mean? And tomorrow you can come back to it. Or sometimes I feel like if I'm drawing a face, or like I have tons of requests for the 3/4 face coming up, and I have a couple videos on YouTube that I've done for years of those kind of things, but I want to do it again. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like sitting down doing a face or watching somebody do a face where you're watching and you're trying to learn. So many people do beautiful faces, and everybody got their own style and their own gig. You know what I mean? So like, you want to sit down and kind of do your thing. Where this is kind of more like, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to take 10 minutes. And you don't have to use paint. Use markers. Use crayons. Use whatever the hell you have, because, can you tell me this? I'm in a bad mood today. I'm cursing. I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay away from the F word. But you know what I mean? You use whatever you have and whatever is easiest for you to use on your hands, because, you know, or whatever you got going on. That's all. And then it makes you feel good because you did something. Nothing worse than, at least for me, there's nothing worse sometimes than not being able to do something. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I feel. The world according to Kelly, which not many people give a crap about. I crack myself up. Alright. So I think that's all I'm going to do painting-wise there. You know what? Maybe I'll do I have my yellow here? I don't know. Yeah, I have some of this. This is just System 3. System 3 is wonderful. It's great paint. A lot of times it's on sale, but unfortunately sometimes, and I don't know if it's the System 3. I have the other one over there. The cap, like, it depends on certain paints that you get, and they have, like, the screwy caps, like toothpaste kind of thing, and they break and don't go back on, and I don't quite know why. But I'm going to just dab some yellow in here. Just a yellow. Just to add more color. And I'll probably go over it, around it with some black or highlight. I don't know. Who the heck knows what I'll do. I'm such a mystery. And it just makes everything kind of pop. Like I said, I know it needs shading around it. And that'll be something I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do, I don't know. And look, when you're doing this, you know, do whatever you want. Make polka dots. Do whatever. Like, I want to add little polka dots on here of yellow. Just little, like, ploopies. Nothing major. And like I always tell you guys, if you have paint left anywhere, I think I threw my paint over, yeah, I went over that color right there. Take your journal page, take your printer paper, whatever, do it, you're good. All right. And then I got to do, you know, I'm going to do some different accents. I think I'm going to use some glitter or glitter glue or something, and I got to do something on here because it needs something here. Like I might do it like a very thin door, but paint it like I want it opaque. No, not opaque. I want it transparent rather, so you can still see some of that coming through. But this I'm going to have to take a marker too. Let's see. See how this will work. And you can use a gel pen for this too. Gel pens are fantastic. Oh my God, I can hear my daughter. And I'm really sorry if you can too. I've been going to record all day, and then I was like, well, let me straighten this up. Let me straighten that up. Maybe they'll stop playing, but they haven't. And her door's shut, and so is mine. But she's having fun. I'll say to her, yeah, I'm going to record, you know, keep it down. And then I think she lasts 5 minutes. And then she starts getting louder and louder and louder. I might go and do, maybe I'll try it. With one of these flowers, I might do a little spiral in the middle. Oh, I like that. Just add some pizzazz. Da, 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 da. I'll have to hold this up to you, to the camera. Should have zoomed in. Do you ever just have one of them off days that you're lucky that you remembered to pee? Just saying. Just adding a little something in there. I might even put a little sparkle in there. I don't know. I just love doodling and doing my little thing. Yeah, I like it. Just to play. Who cares? And then I want to do in here, but I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use this. I want it to be a very thin. Did any of you guys watch Vikings? I love Vikings. It's on the History Channel. Oh, I love it. Can't get enough of it. I want this to be a thin door, like very odd thin. And then I'm gonna, I should take these brushes out before they, no wonder my brushes are so crappy. I was supposed to do a vlog today. I had it all written out. You see how far I got. Just gonna wet this a little bit to make it come out a little bit. You can use your watercolor pencil as well, which I have to get mine. I'm in, like I said, I'm in the process of, yep. Yep, I did. I just emptied 3 baskets that I had in here, laundry baskets from, I still have tons of stuff downstairs, but of art stuff. And went through and threw a lot of the stuff away that really, I figured this. If I say to myself, why are you keeping this? Why are you keeping it? Then I should probably throw it out. But that's what I did. And I've been going through. Now, one of the things I want to do, I don't have that color here though. I'll use white right now. I'm just going to use white and I'm going to like clean up, like get this bird thing off here. I don't know. That's why. I always say that's really a great idea and then it's not. Now you can put gesso on here. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just going to kind of, obviously I didn't dry my brush enough. Oh, there's another brush in there. Hanging out, saying hello. But I'll leave that dry so that I can throw some blue on it. But you can use your gesso, Mod Podge, whatever, and play. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, his phone rang again. You can hear the dogs. Oh, God. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even upload this video. I really shouldn't, because I'm really ashamed of myself. But, let me just say that I really appreciate you guys. I'm so thankful for you guys. Your comments, your emails. I got a bunch of emails. I promise I'm going to get back to everybody. I promise I'm going to comment on the comments, respond to the comments, respond to the emails, respond to the Facebook things. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I was going through my Facebook messages from everybody, and I see, it happens, but I had emails from, September that I didn't even know I had, and a couple of them were friends. So sad. I guess they're not really good friends if I didn't, I don't know. I didn't, I was cleaning up all my emails. And like I said, I was answering everybody. And then I'm like, oh, so-and-so wrote me. What the heck is this? Oh, so-and-so wrote me. What the heck is this? So, I don't know. I'm going to put the Blitsy link. I'm going to try to put it in this video, probably in the beginning and then probably again here at the end. For those brave souls that are with me till the end of this poor pathetic display of me making a video today. Oh, if I could just go back to bed. But, and I'll put it there because so many of you have messaged me for it. So I'm going to put it in the beginning of the video, the end of the video. You can click it. You can also get it down in the description. And if you came upon me and found me, please don't judge me on this video. I hope you subscribe, click like, and all that fun stuff because I'm having fun doing this. It's getting me out of my head, which I am so tightly wound in right now. But, I don't know. I just figure, hey, nobody watches it. I got to have some art therapy. So I love you guys. As always, be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I have to say it loud because my dogs are barking. And I love you all. Of course, any questions, you guys can hit me up on Facebook, on my email, down below, everywhere. You guys are so freaking awesome. I'm watching all kinds of videos. I'm finding new people that are subscribed to me who have videos and YouTubes, and I am just over the moon with it all. So thank you guys so much. You keep me sane, which is very hard lately. So I will hopefully either see you later, or if not, have a happy Easter for everybody who celebrates, and be safe. Bye, guys.